Hello, we are Team 5, and today we will be examining the business strategy of Kroger in the U.S. supermarkets and grocery store industry.
Kroger was founded by Bernard Kroger in 1883 and is based in Cincinnati, Ohio. Kroger trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker KR and is included in the S&P 500. Here's a look at Kroger's family of brands. A lot of famous brands here: King Soopers, Ralph's, City Market, QFC. They're located across the United States, only in the United States, as you can see here. In the industry, they are principally in the grocery supermarket business. Their main competitor is Albertsons. You can see other food retail competition here: club stores, specialty, general retailer, and online increasing more recently. Here's the strategic group model. Kroger is grouped with Albertsons and Publix right here in the middle, offering a good diversity of products and medium cost. Walmart's less expensive and more products. And then at the very bottom here is Aldi. And then up in the top right-hand corner, you can see Whole Foods, which is more specialty but higher cost. Notice there is no company that is also both high cost and has high product diversification.
Next, we'll discuss the external environment. There are three main macro-environmental factors that affect this industry. The first is socio-cultural. The industry is sensitive to changes in consumer preferences such as increased health consciousness or the organic food craze. Demographic shifts can drive changes in shopping habits across generations, and the industry is also sensitive to changes in cultural norms, such as ordering online versus shopping at a brick-and-mortar store. Economic factors include consumer discretionary spending, which impacts consumer willingness to pay. Energy and fuel costs impact the cost of doing business and increase the cost of delivery and the storage of goods. Lastly, technological factors impact the industry, such as automation of business processes across the value chain, delivery innovation in the final mile delivery of goods, and information systems such as inventory management and customer data collection. Moving on to the five forces, we can see that the industry faces threats across the board and rivalry continues to increase. We'll focus on two of the main five forces that are likely to shape the competitive landscape moving forward. First, the threat of new entrants. Barriers to entry continue to increase. Although the industry is fragmented, consolidation is occurring. Furthermore, new technology, utilizing the power of the internet, could threaten existing firms. Amazon's entry into the supermarket industry is a major concern for Kroger and other incumbents. However, existing firms do have some favorable guards against new entry. There is significant brand loyalty across the industry, especially in the regional markets. Incumbents possess learning and experience effects, and they have scale advantages. Moving on to the threat of substitutes, there is an attractive price-performance trade-off. Buyers will pay for convenience of delivery instead of going to a store. Buyers can easily take advantage of non-traditional or differentiated food delivery methods because there are low switching costs. Online delivery services of both grocery store items and meals are a significant substitute. Kroger has invested tremendously in M&A in order to reduce threats. They have increased economies of scale through acquisition of regional chains. They purchased Home Chef, a meal delivery service, to reduce the threat of substitution from similar services. And they started partnerships with Neuro, a food delivery service, again reducing the threat of new entry by online businesses.
This slide shows the current position of the competition. Kroger has the largest market share, followed by Walmart. You can see Albertsons has fairly poor net income, the second to the right column, and that's partially due to their high total debt to EBITDA.
Kroger generated nearly $122.7 billion in total revenue in 2017, coming from multiple formats including supermarkets, seamless digital shopping options, price impact warehouse stores, multi-department stores, and fine jewelry stores. As you can see from this pie chart, 93% of revenues come directly from supermarket sales. Additionally, Kroger operates food production or manufacturing facilities and supermarket fuel centers. Within the 37 manufacturing facilities, a variety of private label goods are produced, primarily baked goods and dairy products, which are then sold at its retail outlets. Kroger's business strategy is cost leadership with aspects of differentiation. Kroger can't beat the scale of Walmart, Costco, or Amazon, but they are leaders in supermarket and grocery retail because of their scale, ability to decrease costs, and therefore offer lower prices than their competition. In order to compete up, Kroger opts for increasing perceived value to gain market share from supercenters. Kroger delivers low prices and increased value through activities such as acquisition of other firms, therefore increasing scale, expanding technology, and improving quality of the products sold under the Kroger labels. They're also increasing value by implementing customer-centric missions such as Feed the Human Spirit, unveiled in 2017. This strategy is sustainable if directed correctly. Currently, Kroger has the advantage of being the cost leader with sufficient scope and scale to maintain market share and supplier power against comparable firms. It could also be sustainable when entering new ventures such as greater online presence. But this may be less sustainable if Kroger chooses to increase merchandise sales, detracting from their previous grocery focus. Expanding in this arena will change the direct competition to firms that have already demonstrated first-mover benefits, scale, and market share for that space. Kroger's business model and position provides opportunities to grow and diversify both in scope as well as geographically. Additionally, they will need to vertically integrate when financially prudent, expand technological solutions, and find ways to increase the consumer's perceived value in order to move into the competitive realm of supercenter firms such as Walmart, Costco, or even Amazon. Here is Kroger's profit formula indicating how their core competencies drive cost leadership and differentiation in order to gain the competitive advantage with a return on assets 20 times larger than Albertsons. If you remember from this slide, Kroger had 16% of market share, with Albertsons being the second leader within the retail grocer space. We'll be providing a comparison between these two firms for a better understanding. First, let's take a look at inventory turnover. Inventory stays on Albertsons shelves 12 days longer than at Kroger. Kroger decreases costs and therefore prices through private labels and supplier power. This allows for lower prices to the customers, increasing sales, which in turn increases cash conversion and inventory turnover. Second, financial efficiency. Kroger utilizes their finances effectively to acquire other firms and improve technological solutions in order to increase scope and scale, streamline processes through learning, and pass down lower prices to customers, which lowers their gross margin. Lastly, let's look at product features. In Kroger's case, our product is grocery retail stores, and an added feature is a social mission. Kroger has aligned with several social causes. They commit a portion of their profits to these causes and rely on customer donations to assist in this effort. Customers passionate about these causes see Kroger in a positive way, increased brand awareness, translating into increased sales, greater market share, and increased return on assets.
The future for Kroger and the industry large is bright, but there's certainly alternative paths available to them. Based on our industry and firm analysis, we believe that Kroger has to choose between two core strategies moving forward. The first, a brick-and-mortar focus. The second, an on-demand model. Considering that Kroger's competitive advantage is ROA and their ability to execute in retail, their in-store model will be focused around making improvements to and deploying technologies in brick-and-mortar locations with the objectives of improving customer experience, decreasing costs, increasing willingness to pay, and opening new revenue streams not previously available to the firm. Adding RFID tags to items in-store can enable customers to simply walk out without the lengthy checkout process. Aside from getting out of the store more quickly, Kroger could decrease its headcount costs dramatically. At current, Kroger employs 420,000 employees, and payroll costs are about 11% of their total revenue. Digital store tags are already being piloted in Kroger store locations and have been showed to increase sales on specific items, tagged items, between 6 and 11%. Additionally, by selling ad displays on the tags, Kroger has now opened themselves to completely new streams of revenue. Deploying an AI-powered app in-store will enable them to learn, optimize inventory based on consumer preferences, suggest items and run promotions in real time, as well as sell advertisements on the app itself. Lastly, store remodels will supplement their private label strategy and improve their ability to sell those products at premium prices. The remodels will also enable stores to sell goods not previously offered, such as jewelry, high-end wines, and other non-grocery goods. Kroger's strength lies in their ability to double down on their already existing brick-and-mortar expertise and private label brand momentum. But the risk also lies in the fact that there are some potential blockers to success, such as strong labor unions or risk for both consumers and employees' abilities to adopt new technologies. As with any strategy, their success or failure depends on their ability to execute the plan effectively, but we believe through their thoughtful execution in the technology realm will actually end up being their differentiator. For example, in the last year, the percentage of groceries offering in-store apps went from 29% to 54%, but a common pitfall is misunderstanding consumer preferences and optimizing for their experience. Kroger is differentiating itself by establishing a public strategic partnership with Microsoft to power the AI in the app, adding to its premium brand perception.
The video you just watched is our scenario 2, where delivery is the future. To carry out this strategy, they need to reconfigure their stores to optimize for delivery. This includes additional cooler and freezer space for the picked orders, and also the parking lots need to be reconfigured for delivery vehicles. The website and app need a complete rewrite, where they reinvent the online shopping experience and not be constrained by modeling it after a brick-and-mortar store. The user experience is the first hurdle to adoption they need to make it a core competency. Warehouse automation also needs to be carried out. For a SWOT analysis with Kroger, some of their strengths include having a good brick-and-mortar store that's network that's usually has them within 2.5 miles of most customers. And right now, their sole focus is low-cost grocery. The opportunities are that the market is expanding quickly. Kroger digital sales were up 58% just last fiscal year. UBS Group has reported that online grocery sales are expected to grow from $17 billion to $86 billion by 2022. Kroger's weaknesses include that they are not a digital native. They need the ability to redefine the online shopping experience, but are they going to be able to do so? The company culture needs to become more customer-focused, like Amazon. Their threats include Amazon and Walmart that are quickly moving into the space, and also customers may not actually be willing to pay the full cost of delivery. It is currently subsidized.